Today's video is about the investment platform and the investment management that we use for our clients. There is a lot more to investing success than just the stocks or the funds that you buy. The platform that you run on and the mechanics of how everything works also makes a huge difference. We've been working with Harness Investment Management in the background for a few years now as they built out their platform and their investment offering. It's a pretty stellar package, and we're really excited to start leaning into it with our own clients. Hi, my name is Laurent Munier, and I'm a partner and advisor here at Safe Pacific Financial in Vancouver. We've been helping Canadian business owners grow and protect their wealth and pass it on to the next generation for more than a decade. If you're serious about growing and protecting your wealth, you need to work with the right investment platform, one that aligns with your financial goals, offers transparency, and tax-efficient strategies. So that's why we chose to work with Harness Investment Management as our back office investment platform. So in today's video, we're going to break down, number one, why did we choose Harness? Number two, how they benefit our clients through a fiduciary standard and investment stability. And we're going to talk about the role of purpose and how it enhances portfolio management. And then we'll talk about how Safe Pacific integrates Harness into our comprehensive financial advising approach. So if that's okay with you, we'll get started. Number one, why Harness? We've been working with Harness since the very beginning while they were still sort of building the platform. It's been a couple of years now, and the system has really come a long way, and we're pretty proud and confident in how it works and how it delivers results for our clients. We've seen the development in the back end and the optimization of the investment offering over time, and we've had plenty of other options to work with, but we really like the team, we like the backing, and we like the capacity that they afford. They're also very easy to work with, which I can't say for all the investment platforms out there, right? Some platforms and companies are actually a nightmare to work with. So we like Harness because it provides a good combination of advanced technology, expert portfolio management, and hands-on support. So the Harness platform allows us to offer cost-effective, data-driven investing with direct access to top-tier financial expertise. All doing this while keeping fees and overhead low. So now, this is why Harness stands out as the ideal investment platform. So number one is that we get the expertise without having to have the additional overhead. Building and managing a successful investment portfolio requires a team of skilled professionals, including portfolio managers, analysts, and platform support specialists. So instead of us hiring an entire in-house investment team, we leverage Harness's infrastructure to provide these services at a fraction of the cost. With Harness, our clients will benefit from professional portfolio management, so a team of experts that actively monitors and manages the investments and that ensures long-term stability and performance. They also have advanced trading infrastructure. So this is something that we don't have that they do have. It's seamless execution of trades. They do portfolio rebalancing every week, and then they track without that need for manual intervention that you do have on a lot of other platforms. They also have optimized investment strategies, so access to institutional grade strategies that would typically be unavailable for individual investors unless you were very high net worth. And then by using Harness, we can ensure that our clients receive high-level investment expertise without paying high costs associated with a traditional wealth management firm. Secondly, they have enhanced investment analysis, which gets better long-term results, right? So their advanced data-driven approach allows us to refine investment strategies and ensures that clients benefit from real-time market insights. They provide frequent updates on and data on trends. They help us to make informed investment decisions. They also have optimized asset allocation. So what does that mean? They're continuously analyzing portfolios to ensure that the asset allocation stays in line with your financial goals. They also have improved risk management with powerful risk assessment tools. So we can proactively adjust portfolios. Well, they can proactively adjust portfolios to minimize potential downturns. So there's an automated portion and then a manual portion to what they do. But by working with them, Harness enables us to combine this cutting-edge technology with professional financial expertise, and this gives our clients a competitive advantage in their own investment journey. And then third, client control with dedicated advisor support. So we believe in giving our clients more control over their investments while still providing access and expert financial guidance. So we get that. With Harness, you can manage your portfolio independently while knowing that Safe Pacific advisors like us are always available to provide insights and personalized recommendations. So now here are some key benefits that are really specific for our clients. You've got that seamless account management. So clients can deposit, withdraw, adjust contributions without having to physically go into a bank to do this. We can do this all digitally. You can phone us, you can email us, and we can do a lot of work without you ever having to meet us in person. You have 24/7 portfolio access, so full transparency over all your holdings, over all the transactions, over the performance, so that you can stay informed and you know exactly where you stand every minute of the day. And direct access to portfolio managers. So this is something that doesn't happen in a lot of places, but our advisors, so us on the Safe Pacific team and you as clients, have real-time direct communication with Harness's portfolio managers, which can help to provide deeper insight into the investment strategies and the market shifts. We actually have a podcast that's here on our channel with Susie Park from Harness Investment Management, and she is the portfolio manager for the majority of our clients. So our clients speak to her directly either by phone or virtually like Zoom, Teams. And then we speak to her quite often as well. So there's a very open line of communication direct to the portfolio manager, where most investment firms try to gatekeep their portfolio managers and they really don't want you talking to them. There's also a very flexible investment approach. So clients take a hands-off, fully managed approach, or they can be actively involved in investment decisions, right? If you have the right account size. So they bridge this gap between self-managed investing and full-service advisory and ensures that you would get the best of both worlds. You get the convenience, you get the flexibility, and you get the expert support. So number 4, another reason why they're great is you get the best of both worlds. You get the technology, but you also don't get passed off to robots. There is human expertise behind it all. So Harness is more than just an investment platform. It's an ecosystem. It combines that cutting-edge financial technology for the automation, for the risk assessment, for the data-driven insights. But you also get the expert human oversight from a professional portfolio manager and from financial advisors like us. You also get the client-focused flexibility. This allows easy account management. It allows easy account opening. It allows you to look at the account whenever you want. So a lot of things that are difficult to do with other investment platforms are actually really easy to do on Harness because of their technology first kind of outlook. It's very digital. And then with Harness, you as a client, you gain access to an intelligent investment platform that's also backed by professional expertise, which is an ideal choice for investors who value the technology, but also the human insight. I'm going to talk a little bit about Harness and Purpose. It's a strong partnership. So Harness Investment Management doesn't work alone. It's partnered with Purpose Advisor Solutions, which is a well-established Canadian sub-advisor that manages investments while keeping fees low. So you probably have seen Purpose if you've taken an Air Canada flight. It's the commercials that come on before you watch a movie on the back of your seat. They're also in that En Route magazine. Purpose is a large investment management firm. They own the funds, and they have over $22 billion in assets under management. So this isn't some brand new fly-by-night thing. This is an established, well-funded, well-capitalized group. And then, so why is Purpose in the picture? So Purpose's role, they act as the investment engine behind some of the Harness portfolios. So this ensures that the portfolio is built for stability and growth. You also get cost-effective investing. So through Purpose, we can access institutional-grade investment strategies at a very low cost. And the strong backing, right? So you must know Power Corp. They're one of the largest insurance companies. They own Canada Life. They own a ton of stuff. It's a major player in the Canadian finance. They've invested in Purpose. They've invested in Harness, and this provides that financial strength and credibility to the platform. And that partnership ensures that the client portfolios are actively managed and strategically diversified and ultimately optimized for your long-term success. It also demonstrates the solid financial backing. So we're confident that they will be there in the future, right? So in the financial industry right now, there's a lot of consolidation happening, companies buying companies. With Harness and Purpose, they're Harness is a new-ish company, but they've got really deep pockets. They are the ones doing the buying. I can't promise you they're not going to get bought, but we don't think that that's going to happen anytime soon because they're really on a growth stage. So the reason that we want to go with the company that's doing the buying and not the company that's getting bought is because it's a huge pain to transfer. So we don't want the company that we're onboarding investments with to get bought and then we have to move everything over because it's a nightmare and it takes so long. It's not good for us. It's not good for clients. It's a pain in the ass. Now I'm going to talk about something that's super important. It's called a fiduciary standard, and this is why it matters. So we believe obviously that transparency, accountability, and putting clients first, these are non-negotiables when you're working with Safe Pacific, right? Harness has what's called a fiduciary duty to clients. So this means that every investment decision has to be made in the best interests of the client and nobody else. In Canada, not all financial advisors or financial companies are legally required to act as fiduciaries. Many work under what's called a suitability standard, which requires to recommend investments that are considered suitable based on a situation, but not necessarily the best option available. And then this is a gap in investor protection when you're dealing with wealth management. It's why choosing an investment platform that upholds a fiduciary duty is really important. And what does fiduciary, what does that really mean? It's the highest legal and ethical obligation that exists in financial services. So it means that the advisors, the portfolio managers, they're required by law to put the client's financial interests ahead of their own, with no hidden fees, no conflicts of interest, and no commission-driven sales tactics. So at Harness, they uphold this fiduciary duty in 3 different ways. So number 1 is the best interest first. So unlike many other financial advisors that would get paid a commission, fiduciary advisors are legally bound to act in your best interest. So every investment decision is made with the goal of maximizing long-term financial security and not with the goal of generating the most commission. There's no incentive for them to push high-fee products, only transparent, low-cost, effective investment strategies. Second is the Know Your Client process, KYC. So before any investment decisions are made, every client undergoes a detailed financial assessment to determine things like your risk tolerance or your investment time horizon or your short-term goals, your long-term financial goals. Also your tax implications. Do you need liquidity, right? So this KYC process ensures that each investor's portfolio is customized to fit their specific financial situation rather than having like a one-size-fits-all model. And then third, it's a really transparent investment selection. So there's no hidden fees, there's no high commission investment products. It's just clear, evidence-based investment strategies that are designed for stability and for growth. The clear reporting allows investors to see exactly where their money is allocated and how it's performing. And then those investment recommendations, they're based on academic research and risk-adjusted returns and not based on sales quotas. And then the reporting is stellar. It breaks down all of the fees very granularly and really specifically down to the penny. It's very transparent. So like any fees that are paid, you know exactly what they are and where they're going and why they're there. So why does this fiduciary standard matter? So at Safe Pacific, we chose Harness because they align with our mission to provide honest, transparent, and effective wealth building strategies. And then the key advantage of working with the fiduciary-backed investment platform like Harness is that it eliminates the conflict of interest. Like you get financial advice that's 100% focused on your success. Harness actually gets lower fees. They don't have the hidden costs. You keep more of your money invested and compounding over time. The fees on that Harness platform are actually pretty low compared to a lot of other things that you would get. You get personalized investment strategies. So your portfolio is built based on your financial situation, your risk tolerance, your goals, and long-term financial stability. The focus is sustainable wealth growth. It's not chasing short-term gains. So by choosing this investment platform that has a fiduciary duty, you know that every financial decision is made in your best interest, not in someone else's. And then their strategy, how does the Harness investment strategy work? What's the long-term stability and the risk management? How do they do this? At Say Pacific, we don't believe in gambling with investments, and that's why we trust their evidence-based risk managed portfolios, with some key features being they have some elements of passive investment, which helps to lower fees. They integrate passive index funds to minimize the cost and to increase net returns. They've got great stability during market downturns. So even when recently here, depending on when you're watching this is in early 2025, the S&P dropped 10%. The harness portfolios went down by 1 to 2% for our clients. I don't know what they did for other people's clients, but for our clients where we know, and this demonstrates a strong risk management, right? When you're getting what's called risk-adjusted returns, this is what it means. You get the returns, but ideally, like I said, when the S&P goes down 10, this one went down 1. I'd rather have that. You get active risk mitigation. So while passive strategies, they keep the cost low, there's active components inside those strategies, inside the portfolios that help to reduce the downside risk, especially in volatile periods. Another big advantage here is that clients can also gain access to private equity investments. So this opens additional opportunities for long-term growth that's not available to your average investor, but it's also not correlated to the public markets. So as the stock market is doing this and this, your private investments are probably not following the market exactly. So they'll be not correlated. And then how do we use harness in the way that we do, the comprehensive financial advice for you? So harness is one piece of the puzzle in your financial planning strategy. So at Say Pacific, we have a comprehensive approach to integrate investment strategies. So we're integrating with your tax efficient planning. So we want to minimize the taxes that you're paying. We want to optimize how much you're making. We also want it to tie in with the insurance planning that we're doing for you. So using, say, like a whole life policy for tax-free growth and estate planning, but then also leveraging it to invest. You can also have corporate financial strategies. So helping you as a business owner to maximize the retained earnings that you're keeping inside your company or your holdco, and then structuring these investments efficiently so that they work the best in those types of accounts. So you can think of us, say, like we're like the quarterback for the financial life. We ensure that all of these moving parts, your investments, your taxes, your insurance, your corporate structure, they are all working together to help you achieve long-term success, because a lot of the people that are setting those things up maybe are just working their own little silo and they don't talk to each other. So we're kind of the quarterback that talks to all of them so that we know the big picture. And now who should work with us and work with Harness if this is something that, that you think is the right fit for you? So how do you know? Number one, you want professional, involved investment management. That's number one. You got to want to work with us. You're also a business owner, or you've got a higher net worth and you want to optimize your wealth growth. You may be unsure about your current investment strategy. You need clear long-term guidance, or maybe you haven't even talked to whoever your current investment manager is for months or years and you don't even really remember their name. We promise not to do that to you. And then for us, we have a minimum. The minimum's not high compared to a lot. It's $50,000 to invest within the first year if you want to work with us and work with the team that focuses on this kind of investing and that has access to these types of investments that not everyone has access to. We're not about chasing short-term returns. We're here to build long-term, lasting wealth, right? And then how do we use them? How do we use Harness, right? So we believe that successful financial strategy isn't just really about choosing the right investments. It's about all the aspects of the financial life and how do they all work together. And then that's why we integrate Harness into like a comprehensive financial approach. Ensures your investment portfolio is strategically allocated across different account types so that you can have that optimal growth, you can have the flexibility, and ultimately you want long-term success. Many investors, or even if you're doing your own research online, a lot of the focus is solely on what to invest in and how much am I making. But there are other pieces to that puzzle that are so important, like what account do you hold those investments in? That's super important. Is it a registered account or a non-registered account, or is it in your corporate account? Right? So the right allocation strategy can really help to maximize your returns. It can manage your risk. It can also provide liquidity when you need it. So this is how Say Pacific uses Harness as part of like a broader financial strategy. So we want to ensure your investments are structured for both growth and stability. So we do good account allocation for long-term growth. So your investment success doesn't just depend on what assets you own, it also depends on what accounts do you hold those assets in. So by strategically allocating your investments across different types of accounts, we can help balance risk, we can help optimize cash flow, and we can enhance your portfolio performance over time. So we'll talk a little bit about types of accounts, like registered accounts. Registered accounts would be your RRSP, your TFSA, your RESP, or a RIF. So these are really good for long-term investments. They have tax-advantaged growth. And we strategically allocate growth assets, so like equities or ETFs, to maximize the compound returns while deferring or eliminating taxes. If you're talking about retirement planning, we want to ensure your RRSPs are optimized to reduce your withdrawal taxes later in life. If you're talking about non-registered investment accounts, these are ideal for flexibility, for liquidity, and allows you access to funds without any sort of withdrawal restrictions or penalties. And then we structure these portfolios in non-registered accounts to hold tax-efficient assets. So like a dividend-paying stocks or assets that would get a capital gain type of investment. And then this ensures balanced approach to accessing wealth without unnecessary penalties. Talk a little bit about corporate investment accounts. So these are essential for business owners that are looking to reinvest their corporate cash for longer-term growth. So corporate investment accounts are really important to grow your money with some tax efficiency, which, assets can be carefully allocated to balance your liquidity needs, but also your long-term wealth building. And then the big benefit of the corporate accounts is that you're using your corporate money, which is generally taxed at a lower rate than your personal income. So you're able to keep the money inside the corporation, pay the lower rate, and then invest. So that is a big advantage. We also work with clients to ensure that their corporate portfolios align with their business goals, but also with their personal goals. And then by strategically allocating investments across these different types of accounts, we enhance long-term portfolio stability, also while ensuring that your clients have access to funds when they need it. And now you'll notice that a lot of the content on our channel is about insurance. So how does insurance planning work with this? How does say like a whole life insurance policy integrate with your investment plan? Right? So the investments do play a crucial role in wealth building. They're just one piece of a financial puzzle. So the whole life insurance that we talk a lot about on this channel is another critical component. So because it offers the cash value growth that can be accessed tax-free. It offers the liquidity through the policy loans or collateral loans, which allows you to borrow against the policy values if you want to invest in something. It offers the tax-free death benefit, which ensures that your wealth is transferred efficiently to the next generation. So by you integrating a whole life insurance with the Harness investment platform, or you integrate the whole life insurance with us and then use the money with the Harness investment platform, we can create a balanced wealth building strategy that includes both market growth and secure long-term asset protection. And then you had a corporate financial strategy, which is, managing your wealth that's more than just your investments. So for business owners, wealth management is more than just personal investments. And then that's why we help you to structure your corporate financial strategy and make sure that, your retained earnings are effectively allocated across different investment accounts, helping you to generate long-term wealth. And that your corporate investments are managed efficiently and can provide liquidity when you need. And that your excess corporate cash is allocated strategically to balance business growth, but also your own personal financial security. And then this approach ensures that your business investments, your corporate assets, your personal wealth building, all of these strategies are aligned to help you maximize your financial stability, flexibility, and growth over time. Now we'll talk quickly about the future of investing with us here at Safe Pacific and with our partners at Harness Investment Management. So by combining their powerful investment platform with our financial expertise, we can offer a transparent, secure, tax-efficient way to grow wealth. And the key benefits being you get access to diversified portfolios that are designed for stability and long-term growth. You get the fiduciary standard, so the investment management is always in your best interest by law. Digital reporting and client flexibility is huge on this. So you have very easy access to all your portfolio updates. You can see your underlying holdings. You can download your tax documents, all this kind of stuff. You can log in and do this yourself. You don't need to call me. What's really good too And this sounds crazy that this is not the way it is for everyone, but this is really not the way it is for everyone. But we can connect your harness account to your bank account and transfer the money. Whereas a lot of investment accounts, you need to actually like go get a check and then we're not asking you for checks. We can do this all through the banking. We can do this all digitally and electronically. It's wild that this is an advantage. It sounds like this should be completely normal. You also get the comprehensive wealth planning. So these correct account allocation strategies, the insurance, the corporate financial planning, this is all in one place. So you talk to us and you work with them and we work with them and everybody's together. We're all on the same page, all working in your best interest and making sure that everything that we're doing is aligning with your goals, right? So what are the next steps if you're ready to take control of your financial future and you want to work with a firm that prioritizes your best interest? Well, it's easy. You want to contact us. Contact us through our website at safepacific.com. On the website, you can send us a message. It'll come to me. Somebody on our team will reply to you within 24 hours on business days to schedule up a meeting time. And then from there, what do? We want to get to know and understand your situation better. We want to know what you're trying to do. And then we want to take next steps to see if we're a good fit to even work together. And that's really how it works. You go to our website, send a message, and then we'll set up a meeting time to see if we're a good fit. Before you go, don't forget, you are supposed to click the like button because that is the rule. Also, leave a comment if you have any questions. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any videos. And that really helps these videos to go further. It helps the algorithm spread these videos to more people that are like you, that are successful, that want to grow their wealth here in Canada. And we really appreciate every like, every comment, and every subscribe. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.